If you're over 50 and still forcing yourself to do squats, this might be the reason your knees hurt every morning. Not because you're weak. Not because you're getting old. But because your knees are begging you to stop doing the wrong exercise. Here's the truth no one tells you. Squats are not bad, but for many people over 50, they're no longer the smartest choice. And today, I'm going to show you 3 safer exercises that build strength without grinding your knee joints down. Stay with me, because the third one surprises almost everyone. After 50, your body doesn't fail. The old workout advice does. When you were younger, squats worked because your joints recovered fast. Your cartilage was thicker. Your knees bounced back overnight. But after 50, 3 quiet changes happen, and no one warns you. First, your knee cartilage slowly thins. That means deep bending now creates direct pressure, not protection. Second, joint fluid decreases. So every squat feels stiffer, louder, heavier than it used to. And third, this one matters most. Your recovery time doubles. What once healed in a day now lingers for a week. Squats demand deep knee bending under body weight. For many people over 50, that's not strength training. That's joint overload. And here's the mistake most people make. They blame their knees. They think, I'm just getting old. No. You're using an exercise that no longer matches your body. This is why so many adults over 50 quit exercising completely. Not because movement is bad, but because pain teaches fear. And once fear sets in, muscle disappears, balance declines, and knees get even weaker. The solution isn't doing nothing. The solution is doing smarter movements that strengthen muscles without crushing the joint. And that's exactly what we're moving into next. Here's what almost nobody explains clearly. Your knees are not designed to do all the work. They're designed to transfer force, not absorb it. When knees hurt, it's rarely because the knee is weak. It's because the muscles above and around it aren't doing their job. And there are 2 muscles that matter more than anything else after 50. Your hips. And your glutes. Strong hips control your leg alignment. Strong glutes stabilize every step you take. When those muscles are weak, your knees collapse inward. Every time you walk, climb stairs, or stand up from a chair. That's why squats often make knee pain worse. They demand strength from the knee instead of for the knee. Here's the rule physical therapists follow. Backhand index pointing right train the muscles that protect the knee, not the joint itself. That means exercises that keep the knee in a safe range, load the hips and glutes, and build strength without pain. This isn't about doing less. It's about doing what works now. And once you feel what knee-safe strength is supposed to feel like, you'll never force another painful squat again. Let's start with the first movement. This first exercise looks almost too simple. And that's exactly why it works. It's called the chair sit to stand. And for adults over 50, it's one of the smartest strength movements you can do. Here's how to do it safely. Sit on a sturdy chair. Feet shoulder width apart. Toes pointing forward. Now lean your chest slightly forward, just enough to load your hips. Push through your heels. Stand up tall. No jumping. No rushing. Then slowly sit back down, control the descent. That slow lowering is where the strength is built. If you feel this in your thighs and hips, good. If you feel sharp knee pain, stop. Adjust. Here's why this beats squats for your knees. It limits how deep your knees bend. It keeps your balance supported. And it teaches your body how to stand up the way it's meant to, using the hips, not the knees. This is the same movement you use every day, getting out of bed. standing from the couch, rising from the toilet. Train this, and life gets easier. Start with 8 to 12 slow repetitions. Rest. Then do one more set if it feels comfortable. Strength after 50 isn't about pushing harder. It's about moving better. And once this feels strong and controlled, your knees will already start to feel more secure. Up next, the exercise that takes pressure off the knees. By waking up a muscle most people forget exists. This is where most people unknowingly hurt their knees. Not because the exercise is bad, but because they rush it, or force it. Mistake number 1, dropping into the chair. When you fall instead of control the movement, your knees absorb the shock. Slow down. The slower you sit, the safer your joints become. Mistake number 2, pushing through pain. Discomfort in muscles is normal. Sharp pain in the knee is not. Pain is not progress. Pain is feedback. Mistake number 3. Knees collapsing inward. If your knees move toward each other, your hips and glutes aren't helping yet. Pause. Reset your stance. Press gently outward through your feet. And the biggest mistake of all. Doing too much, too soon. More reps don't mean better results. Consistency does. 2 controlled sets done 3 times a week will protect your knees far better than forcing daily workouts your body can't recover from. Remember this. After 50, your goal is not exhaustion. Your goal is control, confidence, and pain-free movement. Fix these mistakes, and your knees will thank you for it. Up next, we activate the muscle that takes the most pressure off your knees during daily movement. This next exercise is one of the most underrated knee-saving movements after 50. It doesn't look intense, but it activates the muscle that protects your knees every time you walk. It's called the standing back leg lift. Here's how to do it correctly. Stand tall next to a chair or a wall. Lightly hold it for balance, not support. Shift your weight onto one leg. Keep your chest upright. Now slowly lift the other leg straight back. Not up high, just far enough to feel the glute engage. Squeeze for 1 second. Then lower slowly. No swinging. No arching your lower back. The movement comes from the hip, not the spine. Here's why this is better than squats for your knees. Strong glutes absorb force, so your knees don't have to. Every step you take, every stair you climb, every time you stand up, your glutes decide how much pressure hits the knee. Weak glutes mean stressed knees. Strong glutes mean stable movement. Do 10 slow repetitions per leg. If balance is challenging, that's okay. Balance improves as strength improves. And when you feel this working behind the hip, that's your body learning how to protect itself again. Up next, we'll talk about why so many people miss this connection, and how fixing it changes everything for knee health. Here's the reason most people struggle with knee pain. Even when they're doing the exercises, they're taught to focus only on the knee. Doctors talk about knees. Trainers talk about squats. But very few people explain how the whole leg actually works. The knee is a hinge. It doesn't create power, it transfers it. That power is supposed to come from the hips and glutes. But when those muscles weaken, which naturally happens after 40 and accelerates after 50, the knee is forced to absorb force it was never designed to handle. That's why X-rays look fine. MRIs show normal aging. Yet pain keeps showing up. The problem isn't damage. It's missing support. Most workouts ignore this because big movements look impressive. Deep squats. Heavy reps. Fast results. But joint health doesn't care what looks impressive. It cares what's sustainable. Once you understand this, everything changes. You stop chasing exercises that hurt. And start building strength that protects you. And now, it's time for the final movement. The one that builds strength without movement at all. This final exercise is different. There's no movement. No balance challenge. No pressure to go deeper. And that's exactly why it's so powerful for your knees. It's called the wall sit. Here's how to do it safely. Stand with your back against a wall. Feet about 1 step forward. Shoulder width apart. Now slowly slide down. Just a little. Stop before pain. Not at your limit. Not at a perfect angle. Right where it feels challenging, but safe. Press your back gently into the wall. Keep your chest tall. Breathe. Hold for 20 to 40 seconds. If your legs start to shake, that's okay. That's muscle waking up. Here's why wall sits are better than squats for many people over 50. Your muscles work hard. But your knees stay still. No bouncing. No sudden pressure. No loss of balance. This builds strength around the knee. Without grinding the joint itself. If 40 seconds feels too long, start with 15. If it feels easy, add time, not depth. Progression should always feel controlled, not forced. This is what smart strength looks like after 50. Up next, I'll show you the results people notice faster than they expect. When they replace squats with these 3 movements. When people replace squats with these 3 movements, they're often surprised by how fast things change. Not overnight. Not magically. But within the first 2 to 3 weeks. Most notice small wins that matter. Mornings feel different. Less stiffness when getting out of bed. Less hesitation when taking the first steps. Stairs become easier. Not painless, but less intimidating. Standing up from a chair feels smoother. More controlled. More confident. And here's the biggest change most people don't expect. They stop thinking about their knees all the time. Movement feels safer again. And when fear disappears, consistency returns. This isn't because the knees got fixed. It's because the muscles finally started doing their job. Strong hips. Active glutes. Supported knees. That's the chain. And once your body remembers this pattern, you don't lose it easily, as long as you stay consistent. You don't need longer workouts. You don't need heavier weights. You need the right movements. Done with patience. And that's what makes these results last. If you're over 50, your goal isn't to impress the gym. It's to move without fear, protect your joints, and stay independent. These 3 exercises. Chair sit to stand, standing back leg lift, and wall sit. Aren't just movements. They're your new foundation for stronger knees and safer strength. Here's what I want you to do next. White heavy checkmark commit to doing these exercises 3 times per week. White heavy checkmark start with slow, controlled reps, not fast or heavy. White heavy checkmark focus on muscles that protect the knee. Hips, glutes, and thighs. Do this for 2 weeks. Notice the difference in your knees, your balance, and your confidence. Then keep going, because consistency beats intensity, every time. And here's a tip most people miss. It's not about adding more reps. It's about moving smarter, not harder. If this video helped you see that your knees don't have to hurt, then do this right now. Thumbs up like this video. Speech balloon comment, strong knees, if you're ready to try these exercises. Bell subscribe for more safe, realistic fitness tips for people over 50. Your knees will thank you. Your body will thank you. And the best part? You're in control, not the pain, not the fear, not the age. Start today. Move smart. Stay strong.